Hey Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. I'm Alberto. I'm going to bring you the news surrounding La Vecchie Signora to November 25th, 2021. All right, we're going to kick it off with the news of Giorgio Chiellini returning to training today. Okay, De Sciglio is also aiming to be fit for the Atalanta match on the weekend. Dybala should be in that match from the start as well. So positive news on the injury front there, getting some bodies back and ready and available for this match on the weekend. Now, there are rumors that are starting to circulate surrounding the future of Sandro, and Juventus could potentially be looking at moving Sandro and going more towards some changes at the left back position. Pellegrini will be the one to keep an eye on. Will Allegri start giving him more minutes? Watching Pellegrini's minutes will give us a good inclination of where the club truly stands with Sandro. Fans have been very hard on Sandro as of late. I've actually criticized him heavily over the past couple seasons and have been saying that's a soft spot for Juventus and we need to get some answers there. Overall, his tenure with Juventus, you can't say that Sandro hasn't given absolutely everything to the cause, because he has. It's just the game, I believe, has changed, and he's only produced one season with us, which was at the level of where the modern game's at with the fullback play and what you need out of that position. He can be strong defensively, but now we're starting to see fans start to turn a little more, because even that phase of his game is starting to decline a bit. But it'll be interesting to see if Pellegrini starts to get much more minutes under Max here moving forward. It's also being reported that Allegri is looking at the possibility of switching to a back three. Now, the formation has been a massive topic of discussion for Juventini all season, especially sticking with this 4-4-2. It was a soft spot for Pirlo's Juventus after coming to the 4-4-2 against Inter in the Coppa Italia last season and pretty much sticking with it and riding it out regardless of it kind of changing the level of play and performances we were able to put out under it. So now we're looking at a back three. What many Juventini feel with the back three is that you're just too thin at the center back position. You need to keep in mind Danilo is now out for a couple months, so that'll probably take him to the outside of the winter break. Not only that, but there are rumors speculating that it could be closer to 3 months with Danilo out, okay? So if one of these guys goes down, you have Rugani, and then you really don't have a center back. So a back three, the rumors that are circulating about that, I personally can't see it. I can't see it happening, and I don't think we should, because we're just too thin at center back. So again, here at the All Juve Cast, we love hearing your takes and your opinions on this, but the back three is the one that's circulating today, and seeing what is the possibility there of making that happen. I think out of all the changes Allegri can make, a back three is probably not ideal now, especially with Danilo going out. Sandro is the other name that could be used as a potential third center back, and we saw it last season for a period of time when Pirlo was under it, and actually Sandro performed decent. However, again, I don't think it's an answer long term and in terms of sustainability, because left back position, outside backs, it's going to be interesting to see. Apparently, Allegri is not sold on Cuadrado as a right back. So that's kind of an interesting one, especially considering Cuadrado's had some of his best seasons productivity-wise by miles from the right back position. And we really need some help in attack, and he can bring it from that position. And you could still play more offensive-minded players ahead of him. You sacrifice defensively, but not as much as some make out to be. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens on the formation front. But again, that's a continued topic. Love to hear your thoughts. Club's also looking at the possibility of having someone work alongside Cherubini in order to rectify the transfer issues. And of course, these are not mistakes and issues that were caused by Cherubini, as he's just kind of come into the role. but it's just overall body of work, and they're looking at making it more of a committee, I guess, in terms of the transfer market. Not a bad idea. Getting more minds involved, getting more eyes out there looking at players, and more angles of just basically judging this team from the sideline and seeing what they need and whatnot. But it's an interesting one, considering we were told that Allegri has a lot more say now in the transfers than he did previously. So regardless, if everything holds true to what was speculated and brought out at the time Allegri was hired, is that it still ultimately has to go from him. So we will see on that front. Last but certainly not least, All or Nothing for Juventus on Amazon Prime was released. Okay, I spent quite a bit of time last night watching the episodes, and it's great. It's a fantastic look inside at last season, the players, the group, Pirlo, and just see really through behind the curtains of everything that's going on and how the team feels. And there's a lot of interesting pieces right out of the hop there that really start to answer a lot of questions that Juventini had. So be sure to check that out and stay tuned to this channel, because we are actually going to give you reactions. Not by the episode, but we'll probably separate them and say episodes 1, 2, and 3. We're going to give you reactions on those, but it's going to be very, very cool to see all of your reactions and hear your responses to what you're seeing behind the curtains. I really, really enjoyed going through it last evening. So that does it for today and this episode of Juventus News. Now, keep in mind that tomorrow you'll get your tactical breakdown ahead of Atalanta and Juventus. So if you're new to the channel, it's all Juve. It's all the time here, okay? So subscribe to the channel, like these videos. It all goes a long way. Don't forget, we got a match day live on match day versus Atalanta. And then the following morning will be a live podcast recording where we can go through all of our reactions together, all right? Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao.